It's a great doubleheader of thrills and surprises. Be watching Saturday night beginning at 10:30 here on Channel 8. This is WKBT's High Quiz Bowl, the varsity sport of the mind, pitting the sharpest minds of our area high schools in head-to-head competition. High Quiz Bowl is brought to you by St. Mary's College of Minnesota, by NSP, McDonald's of La Crosse, Prairie du Chien, Toma, and Decorah, the Gunderson Clinic, La Crosse, and by your Red and White Food Store.
And then there were three. Right now we have Central, who is going to participate in our High Quiz Bowl Super Bowl, and one of the two fine teams which is with us for this half-hour's game, either La Crosse Logan or Sparta. We'll find out who in the next 30 minutes. Let's begin this semi-final game by meeting our teams. And first, our squad from La Crosse Logan.
Owen Behrens, junior.
Dana Nees, senior. Mark Bacalar, senior.
Don Markoskis, freshman.
Alternates, we have Max Spaulding with us here in the studio, Karen Kyle, also Nate Barmore not able to be with us, Diane Gebhardt, and assistant coach Stephen Dufferin. And now with us from Sparta.
Kevin White, senior.
Terry Smith, senior.
Krista Finstead, senior.
Gabriel Bucheski, senior.
Alternate Lauren Eckert, and their coach not able to be with us this evening, Scott Urban. And able to be with us this evening, thank goodness, yes, our judge from St. Mary's of Minnesota, the Winona campus. Here he is, Dr. Paul Fresh.
Hello, Terry.
Well, did you get a little bite to eat there during the half hour? I took a lot of ribbing.
Yes, you
Paul,
did.
a lot of ribbing. I made the terrible faux pas at the end of the last show and said that Sparta was going to be playing Central. Yeah, Central was going to be playing Sparta here in this game, and of course
No, it's not.
that's not going to happen. Central won the last game. Either Logan or Sparta will be playing them next week in our High Quiz Bowl game. So no further talking on our part. We'll take it to a commercial break and be back with this semi-final game right after this.
One, two, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round.
Well, Paul, if anybody missed our last game, it was a doozy.
Yes, it was.
It was an excellent game. La Crosse Central won. What would we have done if it had ended in a tie, Paul?
Well, if it's a tie, we'll ask a series of toss-up questions for 1 minute.
Very fine.
And then after that, whoever the winner is, we hope, will have one. If not, I guess we go another minute.
We
right?
go another minute. All right, let's get right into our game here between Logan and Sparta teams. The most widely translated English author in history has written Pale Horse, 1961. Barkoskis, Logan.
Agatha Christie.
That's correct. For 10 points, here's a 20-point bonus for Logan. For 10 points each from the following descriptions, provide the appropriate word to complete these phrases, starting with balance of. The state of equilibrium resulting from plants and animals living together.
Ecumene.
That was the balance of nature. How about the difference between what a country imports and exports?
Balance of trade.
That's 10 points. Teams, John Kirkland, Richard DeWall, Dennis Melrose, Norman Shumway, Michael DeBakey, Christian Barnard, and William DeVries were all, for 10 points, pioneers in what type? Knee, Logan.
Heart surgery.
Heart surgery is correct. Here's a 20-point bonus. J.P. Morgan's lawyer once said of it, what looks like a stone wall to a layman is a triumphal arch to a corporation lawyer. He was talking about, for 20 points, what 1890 congressional act designed to combat monopolies?
Sherman antitrust law.
That's 20 points. Well, teams, the exploding seashells didn't work. Neither did the skin diving suit laced with lethal powder, nor the poison cigars, nor even the powder guaranteed to make his beard fall out. Score 0 for the CIA, and at least 4 for Robacheski, Sparta.
Fidel Castro.
That's right. Fidel Castro is the 30-point bonus for Sparta. William Shakespeare was a theatrical jack of all trades. He was an actor, a director, a playwright, and even a part owner of 2 successful theaters. You'll get 10 points for one, 30 points for both, Sparta, for naming these theaters.
The Globe. Theater of London.
You have 10 points for the Globe Theater. The other was called the Blackfriars Theater. Teams, a toss-up. With a grant from the National Science Foundation, Don Herbert has been producing 90-second science updates for local newscasts. Well, for the past 37 years, he's been host of his own science show for kids. For 10 points, what's Mr. Herbert's professional? Robacheski, Sparta.
Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard, right. He used to hang around La Crosse, Wisconsin, in fact, in his younger days. Here's a 20-point bonus for Sparta. Wolfgang Pauli postulated their existence, and Enrico Fermi named them. But it was not until 1953 that Clyde Cowan and Frederick Rines proved that they exist. For 20 points, what are these terribly elusive subatomic particles?
Neutrinos.
That's correct. 20 points. Team's attorneys Arthur Christie, Jacob Stein, Leon Silverman, Alexia Morrison, Whitney North Seymour Jr., James McKay, and Lawrence Walsh have all served the federal government in a position created by the Ethics in Government Act. For 10 points, name that position. Robacheski, Sparta.
Special prosecutor.
That's correct. Here's a 25-point bonus for Sparta. Only one person has ever been nominated for 12 Oscars for acting. First, for 5 points, give me your name, Sparta.
Betty Davis.
No, Katharine Hepburn. Now, for 5 points apiece, can you give me the 4 movies for which she won?
On Golden Pond.
African Queen.
African Queen.
Make Room for Daddy.
Make Room for Daddy.
Make Room for Daddy, huh? Okay. On Golden Pond is correct, so we give you 5 points. The other titles, Morning Glory, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and The Lion in Winter. Teams, in the last 1,000 years, it served as a church, a harem, and a Turkish powder magazine. After the powder stored there blew up on September 16th, 1687, it became and remains a ruin. For 10 points, name this most famous building in Athens. Me, Logan.
The Parthenon.
That's right. Here's a 20-point bonus for Logan. Both Bush and Dukakis went to their presidential debates well armed with zingy one-liners. For 5 points apiece, fill in the 2 blanks in these quips from Dukakis about Bush. If this keeps up, he is going to be the blank blank of American politics. The Joe Isuzu. All right, second part of the question. From Bush about a Dukakis answer. That answer was as clear as blank blank.
Bloody water.
Boston Harbor. All right, here's a 10-point toss-up. According to the book of Genesis, what extinct volcano in Turkey is supposed to have been the landing place of Noah's Ark? Robacheski, Sparta.
Ararat.
That's correct. Here's a 20-point bonus for Sparta. Queen Elizabeth II recently made former Defense Secretary Weinberger an honorary knight. Hereafter, he is entitled to use the initials O period, B period, E period after his name. For 5 points apiece, and an additional 5 points for all 3, what 3 words are abbreviated as O, B, E?
Officer, the British Empire.
Okay, give you 10 points for British Empire. It's most excellent order of the British Empire. Teams, the manually operated copying machine, the automatic door, the thumbtack, and the dumbwaiter. They were all invented for 10 points, Smith, Sparta.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's correct. 20-point potential here for Sparta. It was sold for $84,000 in 1947 and hasn't been publicly seen since November 11th, 1987, when its new anonymous owner spirited away from South Beach, New York, after spending $53.9 million for it. For 10 points apiece, name this painting and its artist.
Mona Lisa, Rembrandt.
Irises by Vincent van Gogh. Teams, on December 4th, 1987, He scored only 7 points in an NBA game against the Milwaukee Bucks. That ended his record streak of Wirkus. Logan.
Michael Jordan.
No, that's not correct. He scored only 7 points, Sparta, in an NBA game against the Milwaukee Bucks, ending his record streak of 787 regular season games in which he scored in double figures. For 10 points, name the center for the Lakers. Whites.
Abdul-Jabbar.
That's correct. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here's a 30-point potential on this question. Early in the 18th century, Sparta, Britain gained possession of Gibraltar, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and the Hudson Bay for 15 points apiece at the end of what war and according to the terms of what 1713 treaty?
A 7 Years War.
5-member treaty.
5-member treaty.
The War of Spanish Succession and the Treaty of Utrecht. All right, here's a 10-point toss of teams. It premiered in national syndication September 12, 1987, and has been described as a daily television show based on a newspaper based... Logan.
USA Today.
That's 10 points. Here's a 20-point bonus for Logan. In 1988, the National Society of Film Critics selected The Dead as the best film of '87. For 10 points each, this film first was what American director's final work?
Spielberg.
The great John Huston. And this film was taken from what Irish writer's short story of the same name?
Burns.
James Joyce's. All right, teams. President Reagan's that buzzer means we concluded our first half of this semi-final game. We'll be back to talk with our teams and check on that score right after this short break.
This new central air conditioner can save hundreds of dollars in operating costs. It's a lot more energy efficient than those of just a few years ago.
An NSP rebate can help you save even more on some appliances. This energy-saving water heater, for one.
And this new refrigerator freezer costs only about half as much to operate as some other models. I checked its energy guide.
Whatever new appliance you need, buy the most energy-efficient model available.
You'll be saving money for years to come.
Did you know that nonprofit organizations can earn money for trips, uniforms, equipment, and more at Red and White? They can. By collecting the labels of quality Red and White brand products, participating Red and White grocers will pay 3 cents for each label collected and turned in. It's that easy. And those collecting labels will enjoy the high-quality Red and White brand products delivered. So register your nonprofit organization at a Red and White food store and start collecting today. The Red and White Label Redemption Program. It's money in the bank.
Now you don't need a country kitchen for great country chicken. McDonald's introduces the new country-style McChicken sandwich. Because you don't need to know country cooking to love all white breast meat and a crisp country coating. Don't need a recipe for special country seasonings. All you need is new country-style McChicken at McDonald's.
You heard right. Now McDonald's McChicken is made with all white breast of chicken. It's the great new taste of the new McChicken sandwich. That's country style.
Well, Paul, here we sit at the halftime of another excellent High Quiz Bowl semifinal game. What is our score?
The score is Sparta 105, Logan 65.
All right, Paul. Super. We'll talk with you a little later on. Right now, we'd like to talk to our teams. And first, we'll look over to Crosse, Logan, and what are these beautiful mugs that you have here? I ask you to show those off to our audience. Yes, this is a special gift from Dr. Paul Freschel and St. Mary's of Minnesota. The last two teams got their mugs, and now you have yours. I think they look great up there. All right, great. Well, Logan, let's talk with all of you individually. Let's start down at the end there with Mr. Wirkus and ask him, what are your interests? What do you do? What do you do besides do High Quiz Bowl?
I'm involved in a lot of activities. I play golf and basketball for the school. I'm involved with the show choir.
Help me out. Are you a junior or a senior?
Freshman.
What? No, you can't play as well as you do and be a freshman, can you? Excellent. So you've got 3 more years. Yep. What are you going to do this summer?
Well, day after school gets out, I'm going to Penn State to compete in a national math competition.
Excellent.
For high school students, and I'm also planning to play a lot of golf this summer.
Wonderful. Well, we wish you the best of luck at Penn State. Great. Mr. Bachleiner, how about you, sir?
Well, this summer I'm going to be spending a couple months in Spain,
And otherwise, this year I was on our academic decathlon team, and I played tennis and football for Logan.
Super. Well, you have a great time in Spain, all right? Tell me if it rains on the plane, mainly. Okay. Mr. Nee, what about you, sir?
I'll be spending a month in Germany this summer.
Great. Super. Going to travel around Germany? Or?
Yeah, from as far as Munich to in the peninsula up near Denmark.
Excellent. Sounds like a great trip. Super. Have a good time. Mr. Behrens, what about you? You're going to stay here in La Crosse and...
Well, I'm going to Madison for 2 weeks for a band camp.
All right, great.
I was
What instrument do you play?
Bassoon.
Uh-huh. All right. Bass clef instrument. I love it. Okay. And what else?
Well, I'm a swimmer and math team, science Olympiad team.
And what year are you in school?
Junior.
Junior. So you got another year next year, huh?
Yep.
Look forward to seeing you then. Okay. Best of luck to your team here, Logan, in the second half. All right. Glad to have you with us. Sparta, we'll look over to you folks, and you all have your mugs too. Well, that's great. I see you're all right. Great. Mr. White, what about you? What are your interests?
I'm not going on any big trips or anything. I'm just sticking around Sparta.
All right.
Working at Happy Stuff, getting ready for football.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's all right. Good. Good luck to you. Mr. Smith, how about you?
I'll be basically just working out and getting ready to wrestle in college.
Now, do you have any scholarships, anything like that?
Yes.
Where are you going to be going?
To Adams State College in Colorado.
Excellent. Great. Sounds real good. Best of luck to you there. Ms. Finstead, how about you? What are you going to do this summer?
I'm going to be a junior counselor at a student council camp up in Stevens Point.
Great.
My second year.
Sounds super. Well, have a good time up there. All right. And Mr. Robacheski?
Well, I'm going to Leon around July. Do some pitching.
Leon, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Great. Okay, taking us along?
If you want to, I got a lot of room in the back.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Well, the best of luck to your team here, Sparta, and all your endeavors, and the best of luck here in the second half of our game. All right? We'll be back with that second half of this semifinal High Quiz Bowl game after these short commercial messages.
Hi, I'm Tony Piscatello, Vice President for Admission. The $3,000 in scholarships St. Mary's College makes available each week to High Quiz Bowl schools is just a small part of the scholarship money we provide. From the dozens of scholarships we offer, just one of these, the Thomas Moore Scholarship, was awarded to more than 10% of this year's freshmen. Good students, supported by good scholarships, are two reasons St. Mary's College is a natural place to learn.
When the pain is new, or the town is new, sometimes it's as easy as calling and talking it over with a nurse. Maybe you need a specialist, or want a new doctor, or a second opinion. Family Health Resources. We'll make all the arrangements. For answers to your health questions, call 785-7155. Gunderson Clinic and Lutheran Hospital, La Crosse.
It's High Quiz Bowl semifinal action between La Crosse, Logan, and Sparta. Another doozy of a game. Let's get right back into it, teams. President Reagan's final Attorney General, Richard Thornburg, was director of its Pittsburgh chapter, while his predecessor, Edwin Meese, called it a criminal's lobby. And George Bush made an issue of Mike Dukakis being a card-carrying member. Nee, Logan.
The ACLU.
That's 10 points for Logan and a 20-point potential on this bonus. Here's a science bonus that might have you saying G before it's all over, because each answer will start with the letter G. For 10 points apiece, identify a unit comprising part of a chromosome which determines heredity.
Gene. The gene?
An astronomical system consisting of a vast number of stars and nebulae.
Galaxy.
That's correct for 20. Sotheby's recently auctioned off what it called the most important literary manuscript ever to be auctioned, teams. A novel published in 1925 as Der Crosse, which told of the arrest and court appearance of one Joseph K. For 10 points, what's the English title of this Kafka work? Robacheski, Sparta.
The Emo Half Story?
No. Logan? Me.
Protocol.
No, The Trial. The Trial. Heraclitus said it was about the size of a shield, while Anaxagoras was exiled for suggesting it might be as big as Greece. For 10 points, teams, what is this thing which we now know to be more than 800,000 miles in diameter? Barkaskis, Logan.
The moon?
No. Sparta? Smith.
Sun?
That sun is correct for 10. 30 points on this one if you get it all correct. You may want to copy down these quick descriptions. Open, closed, with a rudder, without a rudder, single-bladed paddle, double-bladed paddle. Now for 15 points apiece, tell me which three describe the Olympic sport of canoeing and which three the sport of kayaking.
With and without rudder would be kayak.
Those are three canoes.
Open, closed, and single path would be canoeing. And the other one we forgot would be
They got them all.
okay.
We're going to give them that?
No, we're not.
We're not.
2 for canoeing and 1 for kayaking.
2 for canoeing
And they got
and
one right
one
for
for kayaking. This is a scoring nightmare, Paul. We'll let our, pardon me, look. They have to get all 3, Paul,
Okay.
so I'm afraid we can't give you anything. Sorry about that, Sparta. Canoeing is open, without a rudder, and single-bladed. Kayaking closed, with a rudder, and double-bladed. So we can't give you any points. Let's continue on, teams. In 1690, William III defeated James II in the Battle of the Boyne, thereby securing his position on the English throne. For 10 points, this battle was fought on what island? Me, Logan.
The Isle of Man.
No, Sparta. White.
Ireland.
That's correct. Here's a 30-point bonus. Many proper nouns in Arabic begin with the word Abu. For 10 points, name these. First, the father-in-law and successor of Muhammad.
Abu Nudal.
Abu Bakr. How about the capital of the United Arab Emirates?
Abu Abid.
Abu Dhabi. And how about the 13th century BC temple on the Nile, which had to be moved to make way for Lake Nasser?
Ebenezer.
No, that was Abu Simbel. All right, teams. They swept 5 of MTV's 1988 Video Music Awards, including Best Video, and their latest album, Kick, went Vincent Sparta.
In excess.
That's 10 points. Here's a 20-point bonus. The city's subway system carries more passengers per year, 2 billion, than any other system. Its underground stations, completed in 1935, are also regarded as architectural masterpieces, each one designed by a different noted architect. For 20 points, name this capital city.
Paris.
No, Moscow. Unlike other big cats teams, it has short teeth, weak jaws, unretractable claws, a wolf-like paw print, and captures its prey by tripping it on the run and then strangling it. For 10 points, name this fastest of all baccalaureates, Logan.
The cheetah.
Cheetah's correct. 20-point bonus. The CIA and the State Department have frequently been at odds, team, but this was certainly not true through the middle 1950s, when these two organizations were led by a pair of brothers. For 20 points, Logan, what was their last name?
Hoover.
No, Dulles. Allen at the CIA and John Foster Dulles at the State Department. Teams, Britain and France had to choose between war and dishonor. They chose dishonor. They will have war. That was Winston Churchill on for 10 points. What 19? Barkowskis, Logan.
The Munich Pact.
Yeah.
Munich Conference, 10 points. Here's a 30-point bonus. Maxwell Smart, James Bond, Napoleon Solo, Matt Helm, or Blackford Oaks. For 10 points each, which fictional secret agent fought the nefarious plots of, first, Thrush?
Smart.
No, that was Napoleon Solo. How about Ice?
James Bond.
That was Matt Helm. And finally, Chaos.
That's Maxwell Smart.
That's Maxwell Smart for 10 points. Teams, for a quick 10 points, what was William Tell's homeland? Me, Logan.
Austria?
No, Sparta. Nowaczewski.
Scotland?
No, Switzerland. In civil engineering, it's the intersection of 2 or more components. In geology, it's a fracture. And in anatomy, it's the connection of rigid units of the skeleton. For 10 points, what's this 5-letter noun? Barkowskis, Logan.
Joint.
Correct. 30-point bonus. Pilots who fly this new plane have found it so tricky to fly that they call it the Wobbly Goblin. For 15 points each, what single letter and double-digit designation has been given to this long secret fighter plane? And what more common nickname does it have?
The B-1B and the Stealth.
Stealth we can accept for 15 points. F-19 is the other designation. In 1889, teams, the Georgia legislature sold it for about 26 cents per acre to a group of businessmen who figured to get rich by draining it. White, Sparta.
Atlanta.
No, that's not correct. Logan, 26 cents per acre to a group of businessmen who figured to get rich by draining it into the St. Mary's River. They soon found it sat lower than that river and wouldn't drain. For 10 points, name this famous swamp. Barons, Logan.
The Okefenokee Swamp.
Okefenokee Swamp. That's 10 points. Here's your 30-point bonus. I'll give you all 30 points for naming this nation on the first economic clue, 20 points on the second, or 10 if it takes you all 3. It now leads the world in the export of beef and veal.
Argentina.
It has 10 times as many sheep as it has people.
Australia.
That's correct. 20 points. In this Olympic sport, teams' goals can be scored with any part of the body except the fist. Knee, Logan.
Water polo.
Correct. Here's a 20-point bonus. Much as Dante later put rival poets in his Inferno, Aristophanes put 2 of his rival playwrights in Hades. For 10 points apiece, who are these primary characters in the 405 BC play, The Frogs?
Larry and Curly.
Aeschylus and Euripides. Teams. German kings from Otto I in 936 to Ferdinand I in 1531 were crowned in this northwestern German city, which remained a free imperial city. Knee, Logan.
Hamburg.
No, that's not correct. That buzzer means we have reached the conclusion of our High Quiz Bowl contest. We'll be back to award our scholarships right after this short break.
If you're a high school student considering college, we hope you'll take a look at St. Mary's. St. Mary's College of Minnesota is dynamic and growing. This fall, we welcome the largest freshman class in the history of the college. I'm Tony Piscatello, Vice President for Admission, inviting you to meet our admission counselors this year in your school and to visit our magnificent campus here in Winona. Call us at 457-1-SMC. We'd love to hear from you.
That electricity could go right through that pipe, travel all...
These children are learning about electrical safety. They're watching an NSP electrical safety presentation right in their own classroom. Sometimes they find it shocking. NSP offers this program to help kids learn about electricity, its hazards as well as its benefits. Take the time to be careful with electricity and teach your children the same.
Another excellent High Quiz Bowl contest. These semifinal games have been great.
Yes, they have.
How was the outcome of this game?
The score was Logan 185, Sparta 130.
Let's award our scholarships. And first to our team from Sparta.
Terry, here are 2 $5 renewable scholarships. Well played.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now to Logan.
Dana, here are $2,000 renewable scholarships.
Thank you
well
very
played. You're welcome.
And then there were 2.
Now we're down to 2.
We had 40 teams. We're down to 2. Central and Crosse, Logan.
That's right.
It's going to be a good game. Next Saturday, 5 p.m., our High Quiz Bowl Super Bowl.
Are you wearing your tuxedo?
I've got to talk to the boss about that and see if he'll spring for it.
Okay, all right.
You know, you think, oh, poor me is going to go out and buy a tuxedo? I know you have one, of your own.
I thought I'm going to wear mine.
But if I don't, you're going to make fun of me?
I won't make fun of you.
All right, all right. I hope you'll join us next Saturday at 5 p.m. for our High Quiz Bowl Super Bowl. It's going to be a doozy. 2 great games this afternoon.
Yes, it was.
We appreciate all 4 teams. All 40 teams who have played with us this year have all been fine. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you one more time this season next week at 5. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.